Hey guys, this is Pulkit from Gadget Generations. Today I'm bringing you an amazing review of this amazing DAC called the NuPrime Hi-mDAC. Just letting my camera to focus on it a bit. So if you guys remember, I posted a unboxing of the same DAC on the same YouTube channel just a few days back. So if you want to check it out, do refer to the link in the description section below. And let's begin with the review without wasting any more time. So guys, the NuPrime Hi-mDAC is powered by a CS43131 Cirrus Logix DAC chip, and it houses a USB chip developed by NuPrime. It is a custom developed USB chip that supports PCM 32-bit 384 KHZ and native DSD256 decoding. So it's quite a powerful DAC considering its size, that is just close to my thumb. Yeah, my thumb size is big. But yeah, it is very powerful in that department, and it also houses a headphone amplifier with its 3.5mm socket that is over there. See, this is the 3.5mm output with it, and it also has SPDIF output. And when it comes to its other technical specifications like the signal to noise ratio, it is greater than 100 dB, and the distortion is close to 0.005%. So that's about the technical specifications. Now let's move on towards the design and build quality of this DAC. So man, here are the contents of the package. We have this NuPrime Hi-mDAC and this standard Amazon Basics USB Type-C to Type-A cable, Type-A cable, and this, now coming to there is no Type-C to Type-C cable included in the package, and I would say that is that I expected that cable to be included in the package. Now moving forward towards the design and build quality of this device, man, this device is built like a tank. Seriously man, very impressive build quality, I would say. At the front it has this mirror finish. I am guessing this is also glass, and at all the sides it is covered by metal that has a rich metallic matte finish. And at the top we have this 3.5mm headphone jack. At one side we have these volume rocker keys. At the bottom we have this Type-C port, and this side is just empty. So in terms of design and build quality, this is built like a tank. It is not very heavy either. It is like 100 or 120 grams. But man, seriously, the build is pretty clean, man, pretty clean. Very neat build, very impressive build, I would say. So now moving forward towards the driving power delivery, how much power it packs with it, we will be discussing over that. But first of all, I would like to say one thing, that this thing doesn't comes with a Type-C to Type-C cable, and another thing, it doesn't work with one either. I have like 2 or 3 these cables, and I have tested all of these with this DAC, and it just doesn't work. To make it work, I need to connect it with this and connect it with the USB OTG adapter at the other side to connect it with Android devices or Windows with Type-C port. But if I have to connect it with the iOS devices, I need to have the lightning to camera adapter. Only that works with it. Another thing in its design is close to over here we have a LED indicator that glows into different colors whenever the device is on, and just that. It also signifies the active bit rate. I guess green is for PCM and red is for DSD, but it has these 2 colors. It glows into green and red, and that's all about the design and build quality of the NuPrime Hi-mDAC. Now let's move forward towards the power delivery and how much power this device just packs with itself. So let's move on to them. So guys, coming to the power delivery of this device, I would say don't go on the compact size of this, man. This is pretty powerful, very powerful, I would say. Man, this packs a punch. It drives even my hi-fi man Ananda, that is a planar magnetic driver headphone pretty well. Man, bass feels so authorized and so controlled, and even with IEM such as this one, the high senior, that is pretty sensitive, and this is the Empire Ears Legends Evo. Both these IEMs show no signs of background noise or any such issue. The output is pretty clean even for sensitive IEMs, and it is powerful enough for driving a full-sized headphone like the HiFiMan ANDA over here. So I would say I'm pretty impressed by the driving force this small package packs with it. Now let's move forward and discuss its sound quality. It's time we discuss the sound performance of this amazing DAC. It is a very musical sounding DAC. I won't say it is clinical or analytical by any means. It maintains a very clean signature throughout the frequency range. There is no noticeable noise even with sensitive stuffs like the Empire Ears Legends Evo or this high senior IEM, and even it drives even the planners like the Ananda pretty well. The bass feels authorized, the mid-range is clean, the vocals are literally, man, they are very clean, and they sound very rich. Moving forward, the treble response is again inoffensive and very sparkly. I won't say very sparkly, but it has a good sense of, it adds a good sense of energy. I won't say it is completely transparent. It has a touch of its own, which makes the output very musical and enjoyable. If you compare it with anything like the Lotopo S1 when it comes to sound performance, I would say this one is more musical and more enjoyable for me. And at the end of the day, it is very much clean as well. There is no background noise, literally no background. It sounds very clean. I remember I tested the Ananda just a while ago on the Lotopo S1 through 3.5mm output, and I can notice a little bit of noise in the background, as I had to push the amplifiers of it at full volume to just drive the Ananda. But man, this thing, there is no noise, so it's pretty clean, no issues as such in terms of sound performance. But it has its own cons, on set of cons. I would say there are a few things that I don't like about this DAC. So what are they? Let's move forward on to that. So coming on to the cons part, first and foremost, man, there is no balanced output included in the NuPrime Hi-mDAC. Now I know that a nicely implemented 3.5mm output is also good enough, but man, this is 2022, and now almost each and everything, even the things that are priced below this one, have balanced output support. So I would have loved a balanced connection over here. Secondly, there is no MQA support. So that is also an issue, because most of the devices that falls into its category like the Lotopo S1 or I would say the another few stuff that come in this category, they have MQA support now. Maybe it is 2x or maybe it is 4x, but it is there. Now I know some people consider MQA to be a gimmick at best, but since the products in this category are delivering that, so I guess it should have delivered that as well. Apart from these two, the only con is that there is no Type-C to Type-C cable included in the package, and as I stated that earlier, and also it doesn't work with a Type-C to Type-C cable. We need to have a Lightning to camera adapter for iOS devices and a OTG connector like this one that I have over here with me. Just a second, I'm bringing that forward. This one. Yeah, so we need to have at least either this OTG adapter or Lightning adapter to connect it with any of the iOS or Android devices. They could have included it in the package as well, but it's not there, so that is a con, at least for me. Yours might matter. Apart from this, there are no flaws in this device. In terms of sound, in terms of build, this is a very well built and very good sounding device. Now let's compare it with head to head with the Lotopo S1, shall we? So guys, here we have both the devices, the Lotopo S1 and the NuPrime Hi-mDAC. Both the devices fall in the same category, price category. I would say 12 to 13,000 Indian rupees. Both the devices are very well built, I would say. This device on one hand has this glass finish on the front and the rich matte finish throughout the body, throughout the remaining body. On the other hand, the Lotto S1 over here has this small OLED display and this function key, and as an additional button that can be used to access the various functions that this device offers. The another good thing with the Lotto S1 would be that it comes with a Type C to Type C connector cable included in the package that helps one to work directly off a smartphone without the need for any OTG or any adapter, as it also has a lightning cable from Lotto as well. Moving forward, it also has a balanced output, while on the other hand the NuPrime Hi-mDAC only has a single-ended 3.5 output. Again, the Lotto S1 has some additional features like inbuilt equalizers presets, the classical, full bass, and a lot more, that offers versatility when it comes to sound performance and testing or enjoying music. While on the other hand, the NuPrime Hi-mDAC is very clean on its own. It has a very clean sound signature. The Lotto S1 the amp section isn't as clean as the NuPrime Hi-mDAC. It is very clean. It has no noticeable background noise, but with the Lotto I notice a little bit of background noise, which was pretty evident, especially with my Hi-Fi Man Ananda or the Empire Ears Legends Evo. But the good thing is that I don't need to have any connector with the Lotto S1, as it has the 4.4mm balanced port over here. Well, I would say in terms of sound quality, both the devices are pretty solid on their own. The NuPrime Hi-mDAC leaps a bit ahead with its clean sound signature, but the Lotto S1 offers more functions like the MQA and the inbuilt equalizer presets. Apart from that, solely on the sound quality department, I would have picked the NuPrime Hi-mDAC, but for the functions, the Lotto S1 delivers more functions, I would say, with a balanced output as well. So now it depends on your use case. What would you prefer? It brings more functions at the cost of some sound quality performance, as it brings some noise compared to the NuPrime Hi-mDAC. NuPrime Hi-mDAC is very much more cleaner and more powerful sounding device in comparison to the Lotto S1. Now let's move forward and just conclude this review. Before I close this review, I would like to thank vividhifi.com for providing me with this NuPrime Hi-mDAC sample, and this unit goes back to them tomorrow itself. There is no monetary benefit associated with this review. This review is based on all the impressions that I have made during the period that I spent with this device. So thank you so much, vividhifi.com. So guys, do you like the review? I myself love doing it, man. I love the NuPrime Hi-mDAC. Obviously it has a few flaws of its own, like its requirement for an OTG adapter or an iOS lightning to camera adapter for it to work. But when it comes to solely on sound quality, man, this compact device delivers, and it delivers a really clean performance that you are going to love, and that your headphones are also going to love, as the clean output makes them sound always better. So now, if you guys like this review, do leave a like on this video. If you guys have any questions regarding the NuPrime Hi-mDAC, feel free to ask them in the comment section below, and do remember to subscribe to my channel for regular updates related to hi-fi audio gears. Thank you so much.